Yeah, good evening all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not, right? Yes.
Audible, sir.
Fine, thank you. So, yes. So what are the reasons? Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular? Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? So first thing, like very less code you see in Python, very less coding, not even 1/4 code as compared with other programmings. Simple syntaxes, which looks like normal English statements. Interactive mode, we can easily interact with Python. Interactive mode, right? We can easily interact with Python for every statement. Statement to statement, it gives response. For every statement, it gives response. And multi-programming features, what all the features we see in different other programmings, all the features you see in Python, right? Multi-programming features and wide varieties of applications, right? Wide varieties of applications. Any kind of applications we can develop using Python, like web applications, animation applications, automation applications, gaming applications, GUI applications, embedded applications, networking applications, right? Desktop applications. In this way, wide varieties of applications. Many built-in libraries, many built-in libraries. We no need to write huge codings. We have got many libraries available in Python, nearly 89,300 inbuilt modules Python is providing for different environments, right? So these are the reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? So before I go with, we start with that installations, other things, you need to know something about the Python software foundation, right? Python software found PSF we say. PSF, nothing but Python Software Foundation. So it is a non-profit organization devoted towards Python community, right? Non-profit organization devoted towards Python community. So this PSF, Python Software Foundation, it was launched in the year 2001. Means more than like 20 years ago it was launched, right? PSF, Python Software Foundation, right? The main objective of this Python Software Foundation objective to foster the development of Python from version to version to foster the development of Python. And in the year 2005, PSF, Python Software Foundation, received a Computer World Horizon Award. So it was launched in the year 2001 to foster the development of Python. In the year 2005, it received Computer World Horizon Award. The president for this, nothing but the personality who developed or who introduced Python. The same personality is the president for this PSF, Python Software Foundation, like Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum, right? He is the president for this PSF, Python Software Foundation. And headquarters, where are the headquarters located? Delaware, yes, Delaware in US. Official website for Python. Official website for Python, www.python.org. This is the site from where we are going to download Python, right? And also we can see the documentation of Python for each and every Python release, right? So PSF, Python Software Foundation, launched in the year 2001, objective to foster the development of Python. The year 2005, it received Computer World Horizon Award. President Guido van Rossum, headquarters Delaware, US. Python.org is the official website. So before we go with the installation of Python and execution modes of Python, right? You need to know about the Python versions. Python versions. Python 1.x version. It's released in the year 1990. Later, after 10 years, right? The second version was released 2.x in the year 2000, right? And the version what we are using currently, 3 version, right? It was released in the year 2008. Latest version of Python. Latest version of Python, the version what we are using, Python 3.11. So many versions you can see in the 3. What is this 2.x, 1.x, 3.x, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, right? So the latest version is 3.11. Yes. Stable version of Python. Python 3.9. Stable version, nothing but mostly used version. Mostly used version, right? Yes. Okay, that is something about the Python versions. The version what we are using is 3 version. In that latest version is 3.11, right? Yes. So Python can run on any environment like Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. So Python installation. So hardly it takes just 2 to 5 minutes to install Python. Python installation hardly takes 2 minutes for installing. Yes. So just I'll show you from the scratch. So I'll just go to this settings, apps, scroll down. Python 3.11.4, the latest version. I'm uninstalling it. So I'll show you, like I will download it and how I'll show you the installation step by step, right? So in real time, we use IDEs, I said, integrated development environments. As I'll be discussing many IDEs, step by step, how to download them, how to install them, how to run the code, where to write the code, and how to save it, and how to execute everything like PyCharm, Jupyter, Spider, Eclipse, VS Code, and I'll show you like in distributions like Anaconda distributions. Right? Yes. So let the installation go. Like Python is a cross-platform language which can run on any platform, Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. In Linux, no need of any installation. By default, Python comes as inbuilt along with the Linux OS, right? So, but for Windows and Mac OS, we need to download and install, right? Again, in Windows, we have got 2 versions. Like for Windows 32-bit, for Windows 64-bit. If your Windows is a 32-bit, you are supposed to download a 32-bit Python software. If your Windows is 64, you are supposed to download 64-bit Python software. So how can you check whether your system is a 32-bit or your Windows is a 32-bit or your Windows is a 64-bit? So an installation was successful. Close this, close this. So if you open this file explorer, right? Yes. So here you can see you are click on this PC and say property 64-bit operating system. If it is saying 32-bit, right? You're supposed to download that. Yes, some query was. See, if you got any query, see, you can unmute yourself and you can ask your query, right? Be free in asking the queries then and there itself. No need to wait up to at the end of the session. Unmute yourself and you can just ask query. Otherwise, you can type in the chat panel if you got any query. Yes, a query was asked by Kumar, right? We run Python application mostly in Windows. So yes. So Python used for different environments, right? The different environments will be, if you go for big data, Linux environment. So if you're developing web applications, Windows environment. So different environments uses different things, right?
So, sir, in Linux server, like if we have any old version of this Python, then in like real project, how do we, like suppose we want to develop some Python script
Yes,
and
yes,
found
yes,
that
yes.
there is a old version of Python now.
Yes, yes, yes. I'll come to it. I'll come back to it. Yes. So if you it has got older version, okay. I'll so first observe this 64-bit operating system. Yes. So okay, whether it is 32-bit, if it shows you need to download 32-bit Python software. If it is 64, you need to download 64-bit Python software. Yes. So your general queries, I'll be giving time, right? Yes, yes. So the size is just 20, less than 25 MB. The Python software size is less than 25 MB, right? Yes. So yes, I'll be providing lot of assignments and tasks to work with. So getting the, see, just learning this is not that you need to develop your own code. You need to build your own code, right? For that, many assignments tasks for every topic wise I'll be providing. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So now just open this Chrome, right? Yes. Within this, what is the official website of Python? www.python.org. Python.org is the official website from where you can download Python. So immediately go to the downloads folder. You can say all releases. So python.org, within that downloads, click the downloads and say all releases. Just scroll down, active Python releases. Don't go for it. Now just looking for a specific release. Looking for a specific release, right? So many versions from the last 20 years, what all the versions, right? Everything it shows here. See, all these are the versions from the last 20 years. Python 2.0, right? In June 22, 2001. So from last 20 years, it displays all the versions. But the latest version, almost like 3.11.4, like 2 months ago, it was released. Yes. Okay, yes, Ram. In the course, I'll be discussing, right? Whenever I'm discussing topic by topic. So there are some topics where some changes are done from version to version. First, you need to understand the topic. You need to know about that all knowledge on the topic, right? So previously how it was, now how it is. Yes, during the topics, I'll be differentiating about the older versions and the new version of Python. What are the changes you see in 2 and 3 versions? So 3.11.4, right? You can select this version 3.11.4. Select it. Yes. 3.11.4. Just scroll down to the bottom of the page. Scroll down to the bottom of the page where you can see files here. You can see the files. Okay, fine. So yes, files, right? You can just go for Windows installer 32-bit or Windows installer 64-bit. Windows installer 32 or Windows installer 64. So just click this Windows installer 64-bit. Immediately your download is going to start. Yes, click it. Yes, your download started here, right? Check this. Can you see here? It's 24 MB of size. 24 MB of size, right? So So, okay, so here Python is providing 89,300 inbuilt modules for various environments, right? So all these modules you are not going to see along with the Python software here. Only the commonly used modules, like hundreds of modules you can see along with this Pythons. If all the 89,000 modules included, then Python software size won't be 24 MB, it will be in GBs of size. So later I'll demonstrate, right, how to download and how to install the modules which are not available within the Python software. Means those we call them as external modules, like data science related modules, database related modules, big data related modules, right? You won't get along with this Python software. We need to separately download and install. Yes.
So are you going to show us like how do we do it in Linux environment?
Yes, yes. Yes, 1 second. So the program code is not going to change wherever you execute it in any environment, right? Yes. So Python has got multi programmings. It has got the features of multi programming features, like procedural oriented, object oriented, scripting, and modular programming features. As part of the course, I'll be discussing about all this, right? Procedural oriented with Python, object oriented with Python, like scripting and modular programming modules. I'm going to cover different modules related to different domains, right? So I'll be briefing you about some models related to databases, some models related to regular expressions, some models related to operating system, some models related to graphics, some models related to data science like NumPy, Pandas, and some models related to plottings, visualizations like Matplotlib, right? And how to create our own modules in Python, right? Yes. Yeah. Group all, right? Yes. So yes, if anyone has missed the yesterday's demonstration, right, you can see that demo video uploaded in that chart panel, right? Yes, you can just go through the demo video, right? Demo video, yesterday's demo video, right? Yes. Yes. So from today, we are going to start with the base Python basics. Yes. So, okay, just check this. Your download is almost done, right? Download is done, right? After this download is done, you can just click that exe file, right? Yes, you will get this window, Python window you get, right? So don't immediately go for installation. At the bottom, it is saying add Python to path variable. Add Python to path variable, right? Yes. Yes, select it and go for customize installation. See, once again, I'm saying, okay, you can install Python, but tomorrow, if you want to install external modules, which are not part of Python software, then you need to clearly understand the path. You need to identify where your Python is located in your system. So go for customize installation. Nothing to select here. Already everything are pre-selected. Documentation. Pip. Pip is a package manager which is quickly downloads and installs modules which are not part of Python software. Later I'll be demonstrating about all this. Ideally, where we are going to write the Python code. So everything are selected, nothing to select here. Everything are pre-selected. Just say next. So can you see the installation here also? Nothing to select. Everything are pre-selected. Yes. Okay. Can you see where exactly this Python is getting installed? See, in C, users, Dell, app data, local programs, Python 311. somewhere in some subdirectories, right? It is getting installed within the C users, Dell, app data, local programs, right? I doesn't want all those. Tomorrow, if I want to install the modules, I need to enter all this big path. So keep your mouse before this Python 3.11, remove everything, just install Python in my C drive. That's it. In my C drive slash Python 3.11 means Python 3.11. A folder is going to get created with the name Python 3.11. Automatically into that Python is going to get installed. So remove that big path. Just in C drive slash Python 3.11. Just to say install, hardly it takes 1 minute for installing Python. So once it is installed, let us check whether it is properly installed or not, right? The Python statements looks like normal English statements as it. They're not as complex as other programmings. So we are almost done with the installation. People who have got Windows 7 or Windows 8. Windows 7 or Windows 8, right? So go with Python 3.8 or 3.7 or 3.8. If you got Windows 7 or Windows 8, install Python 3.7 or 3.8. Don't go for the latest versions. If you got Windows 7 or Windows 8. Directly we can use commands to install, right? Here in Linux you're saying setup was successful. Just close this. Setup was successful, right? Yes. Go to python.org website and then go to downloads folder. So here in this python.org, right? Go to this downloads folder. In this downloads folders, all releases. Within the all releases, just you can click, go to this looking, scroll down and go for looking for a specific release. Go for Python 3.11.4, right? Within that, scroll down to the bottom of the page. You can see like Windows installer 64-bit. If you click it, download starts. Just normal installation only, right? Yes. Now check whether it is successfully installed or not. In the search, type CMD. Your Python has to be recognized, right? From anywhere from your system, right? So just type Python here. It has to display the Python version and the Python interpreter should has to be opened. See this 3.11.4, the Python version it is displaying. The Python interpreter you can see, right? Any valid Python statements you can type here. I'm asking what is 3 plus 4? It gives that output. What is 4 into 9? What is 32 into 46? It gives the response. What is 10? X is 10, Y is 4. What is X? What is Y? We can interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response, right? X into Y, X into 2. This X into 2 means multiplication. X to the power means double star. 10 square, 100. X equal to hello, right? X into 3 means prints hello for 3 times. Into 5 means hello for 5 times. In this way, you can interact with Python statement by statement. Yes, 1 second, right? 1 second. Once again, I repeat, right? See how we can check that whether it's 64-bit or 32 means you just go to your series in Windows. This PC is right. Right click this PC and say properties. Will display your system type 64-bit. Yes. Yes, understood, right? Srinivas Rao. So you can find it here, right? Yes. Next, you know how to download and how to install, I showed you. And if you want, after installing, in the search panel at the bottom, type CMD. Type CMD for going to the command prompt. Type CMD and just say enter. You will get this screen. Yes, Gion got the screen. If you got any queries, you can just try to interact, right? Yes. Whenever you get this, just type Python. Your Python has to be recognized. Whenever you say enter, it has to display the Python version and the Python, this 3 arrow symbol where you can type and you can interact with the Python statement by statement. Yes. Okay, fine. So here you can type any statements if you want to check what is 45 into 23. It gives the response. X as 10, X equal to Ajay, Y equal to Kumar. Yes, what is X plus Y means Ajay Kumar, right? So in this way, any statements, it looks very simple, right? Like normal English statements. Yes, yes.
Hello, Vijay sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, actually, I downloaded the new version, but when I'm trying to install it, that is showing the app you are trying to install isn't a Microsoft verified app. That pop-up is coming. How can uh, how can I do it?
You are installing in this is your office system.
No, sir, it is my personal laptop only.
Mhm. 1 second. Okay, I will come back. Just 1 second. So one more question
Sure.
was asked. Yeah, can we download and operate 2 versions of Python? I have already got 3.6.2. Yes, sir. You can install any versions, any number of Python versions. If you see here, in my system, nearly 4 versions are installed. Check it. P 3.8, 3.9, 3.10, 3.11. So just now someone asked, right? After you got 3.6, can I install 3. Yes, 3.11 you can install. You can install multiple versions, right? Check it here. In my system, 3.8, 9, 10, and 11 is there, right? Yes. Just now you asked a query, right? Yes. When facing problem with the installation. Can you share the screen? Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm sharing. I'm trying to share.
Yes. Sharing. Multiple versions of Python can be installed, right? Yes. So you can click that shared screen, right?
Yeah.
The green color and like, so okay. Microsoft Verify, get apps from the store, change my apps. Close it, close that. Click that Microsoft installer 64-bit. Already it is downloaded.
Yes, sir. I have downloaded twice and checked also.
Click one. Change my app recommendation settings. Some choose where to get apps means recommended is that click that drop down list of first line.
Yeah.
Anywhere we want to put installing. Yes, anywhere you can say. Anywhere you can check it. Select it. Select it.
This one, second one only, right?
Second one. Second one.
Yeah, one difference.
So, okay, maximize it once. Maximize. Okay, you can close it. Install anyway.
Install in, yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Fine. You add Python to path, you can say. Last one. No. Go back,
So,
go back, go back. You add Python to path, you select, choose the custom
yeah,
installation. Yes, select it. Say next. And remove that, go keep that and remove all that big path. Yes. Yes, one more. Yes, install. Okay, fine.
thank you, sir.
Yeah, stop sharing at the bottom, at top, you can see, right? Stop share.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, now coming back to this Python installation for Windows and for Mac OS, right? You can check this. If anyone, if you want to install in Mac OS, here Windows installer 64-bit for Windows. For Mac OS, 64-bit universal installer. Yes, for anyone, if you want to install within the Mac OS, 64-bit universal installer, right? Yes. So, and coming to this Linux environment, right? No need to install Python in the terminal. Directly, if you type Python 2 version gets opened. Python interpreter gets opened in the terminal. So you need to say Python 3 version to be Python 3. Normally in the terminal, in the people who are working in Linux, right? If you say Python 2 version opens by default. If you want the Python 3 version to be open, Python 3 we need to say always. But just now some query was asked by one of you, right? If you are using older version of Linux, you might be having older version of Python installed in your system. How can I update with the latest version of Python by using a command, Linux command, right? So you need to do everything from the root user within the Linux environment, right? Say like sudo apt-get install like Python 3.11, right? Yes. So this command, right, you can type it in the Linux terminal and automatically downloads and installs the latest. If 3.11, if it is not working, you can go with 3.10, right? 3.10 or 11. So just say apt-get install Python 3.11, which is going to install the latest version of Python, right? Yes. Python execution modes. Two modes of execution. Right? Yes. First, like interactive mode, which we won't see in other programming languages, where you can interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response. So, Ravi Kumar, right, in your machine, if you got already 3.11.2 is already installed, keep it as it is, not a worry, right? 3.11.2, 3.11.4, there is no difference at all, right? 3.11 version, whatever you are installed, 3.11.1, 11.2 or 3.4, right? Let it be, not a problem. A very latest version also is not recommended, right? Yes. You can keep it as it is, 3.11.2. Yes. Someone asked, you can install multiple versions of Python. So like, if you're working with some applications won't support the latest version of Python. In such case, you need to go with some older versions of Python. Like if you're connecting to what databases like Oracle, Oracle 10G supports 2 versions only. Oracle 10G 11 supports 3.10. Okay. So okay, interactive mode. So this is comment in Python. If I'm keeping some hash symbol means it is comment, not executable. This statement is not executable, right? Comment in Python. So interactive mode, batch mode. Python execution modes, interactive mode and batch mode. Interactive mode means here, just now I discussed, right? Interactive mode. We can directly type Python statements and interact statement by statement. Yes. Here we directly type Python statements on the interpreter, and the user can easily interact with Python statement by statement, right? Yes. If you have got any queries, any doubt, you can ask me, right? Through voice or through chat. Anyway. We directly type Python statements on the interpreter and the user can easily interact with Python statement by statement. So what is the advantage we get from this interaction, right? Means statement by statement interaction with Python is an interpretation language. User can easily interact with statement. Okay, step. Advantage is, for example, you doesn't know about any Python functionality. Yes. Yeah, Kumar. So if you doesn't know about any Python functionality, you can just type and check what output it provides. Yes. Yes, debugging the code, you can say. So to test the functionalities of Python, mainly this interactive mode to test the functionalities of Python and to learn Python. As a beginner, as a learner, this interactive mode works better. Test the functionalities of Python and to learn Python. But to develop applications using Python, this interactive mode is not preferred. Batch mode means here, right? We write set of statements, batch of statements, right? Set of statements within the editors or IDEs, within the editors or IDEs, and save it by using, we write set of statements within the editors or IDs and save it by using .py extension. What is the extension? .py extension, and later submit to Python. Okay. So in that batch mode, the name itself saying we write batch of statements within the editors or IDs, save it by using .py extension and later submit to Python. So what are the various editors where we can write the Python code? Within the Windows, write Notepad, Edit Plus. If you are working in Linux, like VI, VI editor, nano editor, right? So we can write a Python code .py file. How to get next line as answer is wrong? So you're taken string type x equal to 20, 20, 30, x plus 1 equal 20, y equal 20. Okay. Yeah, some query was asked. So what was that query? Yes, you want x equal to 20, you said. Y equal to 30, you said. X is 20, y is 30. What is x plus y? 2030. First string followed by second string. This is string, right? Not integer. Not integer addition. String addition means first string followed by second string.
हेलो सर
Yes.
एक्चुअली ये x इक्वल टू 20 है ना, इसमें नेक्स्ट कैसे जाएंगे लाइन में? मैं एंटर कर रहा हूँ, एंटर से नहीं हो रहा है मुझसे।
Or x, okay, you are saying x equal to 20. Yes.
हाँ ये सर मैं एंटर कर रहा हूँ, इसके बाद मुझे क्या
Yes.
करना है सर? मेरा ऐसे नहीं हो रहा है बट
1 second. Let me check your. You want to share the screen?
1 सेकंड सर।
Okay. Otherwise, you can just open one more command prompt, right? You can check it if it is. Okay. Various editors. See, interactive mode and batch mode. Interactive mode means we directly type statements and we interact, right? We using interactive mode, it's not used for developing applications. Batch mode, we go for batch mode for developing applications. We write our code in editors or IDEs. IDE means integrated development environment. So what are the various IDEs I'll discuss now? Yes, Prashant K. So what is string? All those I'll be discussing in the coming session. String. So various editors, Notepad, Edit Plus, VI, and Nano. And what are the various IDEs? Various IDEs supported by Python. Various IDEs means yes. In real time, we use some IDEs
सर प्लीज चेक।
where we can write this. What is it? What to check?
सर आई हैव शेयर्ड।
What you want here? Once you close this terminal, you close and start your terminal freshly. Close it. Close this command prompt. Hello. Say x equal to 10, x equal to 20 now. Hello.
हेलो सर।
You just close your terminal command prompt and open it back.
1 second सर आपको दिख रहा है सर?
Yes. Open a new terminal, open a new command prompt and check it once. That is
Okay, sir.
working or not. Open a new command prompt and try it.
Yes,
It
sir.
will work. It will work for you. Stop sharing.
Stop sharing, sir.
It's working.
Sir, working, but it's correct. 1
ए,
second, sir.
इस विंडो को क्लोज करो और न्यू विंडो ओपन करो.
So you're not sharing the total screen. You need to stop share, and again, while sharing the screen, you need to select the screen option, not share option, right? Yes, anyone if you're sharing the screen. Okay, some query was asked.
No, sir, I was registering in my.
Okay, so here interactive mode and batch mode. In batch mode, right, we write batch of statements in editors like this. And various IDs, what are the various IDs in real time we use, right, for Python? So PyCharm, PyDev, Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, Jupyter Notebook, VS Code. So I'll be showing you on more all these IDs, right? How to download and how to install them, where to write the Python code and how to execute this, right? So among all these, PyCharm is the mostly used one. Mostly used, right? PyCharm is the mostly used ID among all this. So we may ask why these many IDs for Python? Why not 1 or 2 means? As Python is used for different environments. As Python is used for different environments use different IDs, right? For example, for data science, so you go with Jupyter Notebook for data analysis and visualizations, and for big data like Spider and even Jupyter Notebook is preferred. For typical web applications, PyCharm, VS Code is preferred. So in this way, different environments use different. Yes, I'll also show you how to run this code on PyCharm, Jupyter, Spider, VS Code. All these IDs I'll be showing you, right? Not on one ID. For every 10 days, I'll be showing you one ID, right? To work with. Okay.
And sir, in the real time, in production, so we just write a code in Notepad and then execute. I mean, write a
Ah,
code inside a file.py and then directly we execute, right?
no,
We don't
not
need to go for these ID in
so
production.
one second. So here, okay. So directly in real time, we won't go like we will write in IDs. We'll write the Python code, right, with the PyCharm ID.
Okay.
Whenever you go for, depending upon the type of applications, right, we prefer that. So if it is a web application, PyCharm, and that again, PyCharm professional community is there. We have got PyCharm community, PyCharm professional with web support, community without web support, only for Python code support, right? So later I'll discuss one by one about all this, how to download, how to install, where to write the code, and how to run it, and how to debug the code, right? Yes.
Sir, is framework different and ID different, sir?
Yes, framework
Or
is
both
different.
of the
Framework is different, ID is different. These are IDs, right? Where we are going to run the Python code. So where Python frameworks are, one second, Python frameworks. So like the Django framework, Flask, Pyramid, Bottle, TurboGear. So among all these, right, this Django framework is the most famous framework currently. It's used for web applications creations. And IDE is right, where you can write your Python code and execute the Python code, like Python environment, right? So these are all the Python IDEs. I'll be showing you, right, all this, how to download and how to run this code, right? So first I'll show you how to write within the editors and execute within the editors. Later I'll show you an IDEs, right? So today I was discussing about the reasons which makes Python super popular, Python software foundation, Python versions, Python installations, and Python execution modes, right? So try to install Python, check if you have got it installed, successful install or not. If you face any problem, let me know in tomorrow's session. So tomorrow I'll just brief you about this working with editors, right? And writing the first Python application, developing the first Python application using editors, using IDEs, the other things, right? Yes. You can see in the chart panel, right? Yes. If anyone have not attended the yesterday's session, you can see that demo video, right? See, you can see in the chart, video link is given, the course content links are given, right? Right. For only Python, we'll be spending nearly 2 months to 2.5 months, 75 hours. Fees is 5,000. Total like full stack Python web development, full stack. Okay. So like where Python core, advanced application oriented modules, web development like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, and a framework like Django framework will be covered. So the fees is like 10,000 for it. So tomorrow also everyone can attend the session same time at 9 o'clock using the same link to see more on this, right? Yes. Fine. Any queries from your side, anyone? Right?
सर क्लास कितने मंथ रहेगा?
Pardon? This class starts the class will be from 9 to 10. 9 to 10. It goes for 70 hours, nearly like 2 months to 2 months it goes. So what is the difference between IDE and framework? IDE is where you write the Python code. Where we write the Python code and execute the Python code using these IDEs.
So the class will be on weekdays only?
Yes, Monday to Friday. So yes, from
Sir,
Monday to Friday, the classes will be from Monday to Friday. Yes.
suppose like we have multiple version of Python in Linux, and we want to use any specific version, then how we have to run that particular script on a
In Linux, only 2 version or 3 version only you can work. In 3 version, again, multiple versions you cannot.
Yeah, I mean, like in my Linux box, I have 2.7, I have 3.6.
Yes.
So like I want to,
if you type Python, you will get 2 version.
right.
If you want to Python 3, you type Python 3 version you get.
So if I want to run like a script on 3.6, then I have to pass the complete path, or how is?
So in Linux, right?
Yeah.
This is your terminal. This is your terminal. Type Python.
Okay.
Python 2 version gets opened. In this way, 3 arrow symbols you get. Any valid Python statements. You got this?
Yeah,
Python 2
but
version.
sir, in real time, we have to pass that script complete, including the path and all, right? Suppose we are calling that script in some other script.
That's what, right? It is interactive mode. Here you won't use developing applications. You won't write in this ID, in this interactive mode. You go for batch mode, right? That's why
Yes,
we
I'm
go
talking
for,
about batch mode.
we go for IDs. And even in Linux also, you can install IDs. Yes. And just yes, one query, right? Framework. What do you mean by framework means? Framework, it provides inbuilt, all that inbuilt features, where to keep the .py file, where to keep the .html file, where to keep the image files. So the inbuilt, all the .py files, what all the things required for developing a project, everything given by the framework. For developing a project, right, in Python, what all the things required, everything will be provided in as an inbuilt, right? that is the Django framework is the famous framework where it is providing all the features required for developing a project. But IDE is just provides only like how to execute the code, how to run the code, and how to debug the code. Those features are provided. Yes.
IDE is like installed in the local system, not in the Linux box, right?
IDE can be installed in Windows and Linux environment. Any environment you can install this IDE. Mac OS or Windows or Linux. Framework also you can install in any ways. Python supports in all that languages, all that Windows, Linux or Mac OS. We can install in any
My
OS.
question was like, suppose I want to run the Python script from a shell script. I'm executing a shell script and I want to call a Python script from there. So in that case,
Why you are writing shell script, right? Today everyone they are asked to get updated with Python script instead of shell script. Most of the companies are asking their right to get updated with Python script, as the shell script is too complex
okay.
to understand. Go for Python scripting instead, right? In Python scripting, we have got modules like sys module are there. Many other modules have OS modules, sys modules, other things, right? Where you can write. Python is a scripting language.
Okay, but there might be a situation where we have to call that Python script from some other script and
Yes,
all.
you can create .py file and you can call it, right? Writing a script. Create a .py file. And you can just include it within the script. Yes.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes.
बाद में lecture recorded मिलेगा क्या?
Yes, you will be getting the recorded videos, right? Once you get enrolled, right? Paying the fees after 1-2 days, right? You will be getting every video to your Google Drive.
Sir, this is the first day, na?
What is it?
This is the first day, na? First demo, na?
Second. This is the second, right?
Second.
Yesterday you had a session. Yesterday there was a demo session, right? If anyone have not attended that yesterday's session, or you can see in the chart panel, the course content links are given, demo video links are given, the payment details are given. You can just copy those.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So you can see that DurgaSoft has given that demo video 1, demo video 2, Python course content, web full stack, and all this, right? So slowly from the ground level to the advanced level, everything will be discussing in brief, right? So I'll be providing many assignments to us topic wise to work with, so that you can get command on this subject. Okay, fine.
Vijay, will you cover any real-time application in the Python framework?
Yes. So I said,
Also-
see here, it's the course is not like the name itself, like in web development, right?
Yeah.
So if you just observe, and the SD session I was just briefing you, right? Not 1 or 2, like, so many applications I'll be showing you how to create, right? The Django apps creations, the Django apps one, right? For every batch, like my project 1, 2, 3, 4, you will be getting the full knowledge of how this project is done within this Python environment. Not 1 or 2, I'll show 15 to 20 applications, right? And one big application at the end.
Also, will you cover any cache something when we create any application?
So all
use
that
some cache system.
all that application development, everything from the starting basic level to the advanced level, everything is covered. Yes.
Okay.
As you said.
Like cross-site filtering.
Yes.
Sir, let's say in your Windows OS, you have installed 2 versions of Python, let's say 3.11 and 3.10. And you want to execute a particular piece of code on a particular version. Then how do you navigate in the command prompt?
See, okay. See here, if you go here, like 3.8, 3. Actually, you won't use command prompt at all, right? See here, Python 3.8, 3.9. Which one you want? 3.10 you want?
Right.
3.11 you want? 3.10 you want means you can just go with this Python. Click it, it gets opened. If you want a 3.9, in 3.9 you can click this.
Okay.
Python.
Okay. Each has its specific idle.
Yes. Tomorrow I'll discuss on that. Still, I didn't discuss about that, right? What is the title?
Okay.
I'll discuss it. So tomorrow I'll be showing you, right, how to run the code, how to develop the code in different IDs and
But when you were in the command prompt, you typed the keyword Python, right?
in the command prompt it will show the latest one.
Latest one. Okay. Okay.
Will you guide us to do some project in the Python at the end of the course? Yes, yes. So that's why it's 75 hours Python and 60 hours, that totally 135 hours course, right? Full stack web development. Python, only for Python we are spending 75 hours. So yes, Mauli Nikhil. So AWS DevOps, if you are going, right, is Python helpful? Means in the last round in your DevOps, right, the Python scripting round will be there. If you go in AWS DevOps, right, the last round of the interview, do you know, like Python script they ask? Because many automation scripts, many automation scripts you'll be writing, right, using Python. You've got some modules also available in Python for AWS DevOps environment. Yes, that project you can include in the resume. Yes, Kumar. Yes, fine. So if I'm done with your queries, if there are no other queries, I'll sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow, same time, using the same link, right? Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow.